Shalom. Before I begin this video, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakodash. Also as well, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that continue to rule very well to this very day, that is feeding the flock through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. And also as well, Shalom to the hopefully like this world that's continually laboring in this work, and also do labor to show forth your diligence to make your calling and election sure, in faith, in truth and sincerity, and also in all charity. Now, on the topic of this video, it's going to be entitled, "There is no new thing under the sun." Okay, which is pursuant to, this recent current events that's been happening concerning, this perverse spirit that's been pushed out headstrong, and really this perverse spirit has been pushed out. It's gotten even worse. And every single time we continue to speak on these things, we always say that it can't get any more worse than this. But yeah, here we are in the year 2021, and it's gotten worse. And if things continue to go on as the way they are now, we're going to start to see even more outlandish, perverse acts being done here in Babylon the Great. Now, two examples, well, actually three, really, is that first and foremost, this recent award show, BET Awards, and you have the image, or the forerunner for Jake, these young Jakes, Lil Nas X, in which a few months back he did a music video called Montero, and you can clearly see that this guy is I'm trying to put in the best words to keep this video up on YouTube, but I'll say that this guy is straight as a circle. Let's put it like that. And you can see it in that music video, Montero, and also as well the BET Awards. I'm not going to show it here on this video. I'm not going to show a screenshot because it's completely disgusting, man. It's filthy. I won't even put that image on YouTube, but it's on YouTube. Okay, I believe the other Yashawamba did put the image on YouTube, in which you can check that out. And I know other brothers have done response videos on this as well, but this goes to show you that this is what Esau Edom, which is the nationality, or the true nationality of the so-called white man, he's pushing this energy to mainly our people. Okay, because first and foremost, he knows that we are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of, pursuing the prophecy and pursuing to the signs which have been given to us to show us that we are the people of the Lord. But he's pushing his energy mainly towards our people, to keep them in slumber, and to keep them in that perverse spirit, and to also for the purpose of destroying our people. That's really the main reason why he does this. But not only that, but just because even Esau himself, Edom, he's also strange. He's also straight as a circle. Okay, you can see that in this kingdom, and you see it also as well when he was ruling before, as the Greeks and the Romans. And when you read up about the Greeks and the Romans, or the Greek Empire and the Roman Empire, you can see that these same acts were being performed. Okay, but also another thing to point out is that what you see here is this Egyptian themed performance, and which goes right into the title. There's no new thing under the sun. Okay, in which this is nothing new. Okay, this is why the same energy that was being pushed out before, during the time of the Egyptian captivity, and also previous captivities as well. That same energy is being pushed out because this land is a culmination, and it's a melting pot full of abominations, filthiness, and everything that's on the left hand side. Okay, now not only this, but you also have a new Miss Nevada. Where they had a recent pageant, and the winner of Miss Nevada is a transgender. And you can't even wrap your mind around that. How someone who switched from one gender to another could win Miss Nevada. And one more thing to point out is South Africa. There's now it's known as a marriage that recently took place, to where a woman had married two men, and this is just a few of the things that are now happening here in Babylon the Great. And again, it's no new thing under the sun. These are things that were happening during really, when you look at it, these were things that were happening during the time of Noah. Okay, because what does it say about the people in Noah's time? It says that the minds of the people were set on evil continually. So this is again, it's no new thing under the sun. Okay, all these things were happening before, and they're happening once again. And due to that, that's the reason why the Lord destroyed the earth by way of water during that time. But guess what? The Lord is about to do that once again, but this time it's not going to be by the element of water. It's going to be by the element of fire. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and jump to the precepts. Let me turn this down a little bit. All right, it's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, verse 9. It says, the thing that have been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It hath been already of old time, which was before us, and that's true. Okay, these things that that you see right now, there's nothing new. These things have been already of old time, which was before us. All right, so you can't say the things that we're seeing right now is new. Even people changing from one gender to another. Okay, that's nothing new, because we read in I believe it's in the book of Sirach, if I'm not mistaken. It says the changing of kind, in which when it goes into the changing of kind, it means you're changing from one one gender to another, or you might do some sort of body modification to make yourself into a certain thing or animal or what have you. And people actually do that. They do that right now. They did it back then. They're doing it today. Okay. So again, there's no new thing under the sun. Now I'm gonna go from there. Now just to bring out a quick point, concerning that music video. Well, not music video, the performance that was done by, and you can't even say it's a performance, that's a ritual. Okay. Because really these shows that you see being televised and put into the media, really they're all a form of incantations, witchcraft, just to put more spells on the people. Okay, so it's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 6 to 8. This is, "And the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships," and this is part of the curses. Okay, now this doesn't mean that we're going to go back into the land of Egypt. Okay, because there was no record of us ever going back into the land of Egypt. But the Egypt that's talking about is talking about here in America, which is Babylon the Great. Okay, in which this one is going to be done by way of ships. Okay, and that actually happened. We were taken into captivity. We were taken into the house of bondage, which is Egypt, and we were taken in by ships. Compact, tight packing. We were tight packed into the ships, and we were carried over the waters. Okay. It says, "By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you." Okay, so that's part of the curse, and that's why this land, if you read the book of Revelations, it says that this land is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, and really the reason why those two terms, Sodom and Egypt, is because that embodies Babylon the Great as a whole, because this land perpetuates sodomy at the highest level. And not only that, this place also perpetuates the spirit of Egypt on a high level, because everywhere you go, America has a grip on all the different so-called countries and lands, and this captivity, this bondage is spread throughout the four corners of the earth, because it's no longer a certain region in the planet Earth to where you have an empire and they're ruling that certain region, and then you have other nations that have their own thing. No, now you have this captivity, this empire that has spread from one end of the earth to the other, and it has covered the whole entire face of the earth. Okay. Now move on from there. I'm gonna get the book of Isaiah chapter 19, verse 3. It says, "In the spirit of Egypt," and again, pursuing back to the performance that was done, right? And not only the performance, but also just America in general, because again, this land is spiritually called Egypt. It says, "And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards," right? Turn into incantations, into our witchcraft, into rituals. Okay? Because right now, the Lord is destroying the council. Okay? And right now they're trying to seek to all different type methods of witchcraft to continue their rulership, and to continue to maintain control over the people. But they're steadily losing. They're losing their grip on that power. Why? Because it's time for them to finally go down. Okay, now is the time where the spirit of Yahweh Shai is now being risen up. Okay? But there was another precept I wanted to grab. It escapes me right now, but I believe that pretty much is the point concerning these things that have been happening, these different events, these rituals, incantations that's been done. Is this perverse spirit. Actually, it's like it just hit me. The water Yahweh Shemel Shai. I call Allah Yahweh Shemel Shai, and the precept just hit me, which I was speaking about earlier. Okay, yeah. So pursuing what I was talking about earlier, that the reason why the Lord destroyed the planet Earth by way of water is because of this reason right here. And again, if you read in the book of Matthew, in the book of Luke, concerning the days of Noah, the Lord said, as the days of Noah were, so shall it be also in this time. Okay, so this is what was going on during Noah's time. Okay, Genesis chapter 6 verse 5, it says, and the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. See, so the wickedness of man was great on the earth, and that every imagination, every thought was only set on evil continually. And you see the same thing today. Okay, verse 6 says, and it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, Yahweh Shemel Shai said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air. For it repented me that I made them. But here's the point, or another point. Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai. So, and Noah represents the remnant. So the remnant are the only ones who have found grace in the eyes of Yahweh Shemel Shai. And grace from what? Grace from the judgment. Okay. In this case, in Noah's case, which again represents the remnant, he was spared from the flood. Okay. Now in this time, the remnant, the elect of the nation of Israel, is going to be spared from the fire. Okay. But the rest of these people that you see that are fully entrenched and mesmerized and have fallen under the spell of Babylon the Great, they're going to be taken in great number. Okay. And they're all going to be destroyed by way of fire. Okay. And America is going to go down by way of fire. And not only in America, not only Babylon the Great, but also other parts of the world too. Because it's going to be a great cleansing of the earth. Okay. And the Lord's going to cleanse the earth, the planet Earth, of all wickedness and filthiness and all manner of evil. Okay. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out on that note. Lord's will. This was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. And until next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Chagodash. Double honors to the apostles and the others of Great Millstone that continue to rule their well to this very day. And also as well, Shalom, peace and safety. Salutations to the whole elect as labor in this word, continuing to labor to show forth your diligence to make your calling, election sure, in faith, in true sincerity, and also in all charity. And with that, was it Shalom.